created new heaven and earth because man has destroyed it.
Right.
So
That's gonna happen. I don't
you
ever
ever
care.
read from verse 1 to, or you just open it up and read it?
No, I've read it. Look, the most important part I think of the Bibles is to read. Honestly, if you wanted to play something to read, because I read the whole thing, dude, almost just about,
I know the Bible.
and over again. And I studied it a lot, dude. That is the prophets, bro. The prophets. Read the books of the prophets, and think about their connection and wait. How did they talk to God, and what God told them to do, and basically what he was or what they were supposed to do, okay, and how he talked to him, and then but see the other things is how, and you got to think about how crazy and how unbelievably those things are that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why those things happened was unbelievably, like rising from the dead, bringing the army back from the dead and all that shit, whatever. You know what I mean? Or going in the fire in the pit, and because all of them got thrown in the fucking pit. No, they were in there. They were in there the whole time, still alive.
Yeah, nothing happened to them.
Nothing happened to them. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That unbelievable shit.
Because you know why? Their faith.
Right. No, it's because I'm telling you, Jesus and God is real.
Right.
Yeah.
God is real, but I know
So,
it's real.
but those things happen to get those other people that won't believe no matter what. They don't give a fuck what you say. They're not believing in God.
I know.
And those prophets are only there to get them people that fell off, because
and if you read on
to
what does it
get them to
say?
believe again.
It says every person on earth will confess his name when they know there's a God.
Mm-hmm.
And they will. So
You bet.
there's a lot of people.
That's crazy, huh?
Devil work. There's a lot of people don't believe in God.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. See, and there's some that don't give a shit, and they will keep on trying to kill you or do whatever they want to you, and not get to just to show you a point that God isn't real. So that's when God will give them those unbelievable things, and then
time period, in Revelation, it talks about the body of Christ, the marriage of Christ, the bride of Christ, the church. That's the people here. First, when Jesus comes, the first to meet him in the sky, because he's coming with all of his army. Be the dead. They'll be ready.
Which one is this?
This is when Jesus comes back, the second coming of Christ. Revelation.
Okay.
When he comes back.
But I don't think it's. I know what you're talking about. I don't think it's Jesus that comes back. I think it's him in another form. But I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
He comes back, and the first to meet him in the air is the dead. They'll share his resurrection. Then the people on earth, the body of Christ, will also meet him in the air. It says you'll get your new perfect body, spiritual body.
Okay.
And then
this is at the end of it, huh?
No,
kind of.
It's not the end. This is when God comes back for it. When Jesus comes for his followers, his believers. His body of Christ. Okay. And then when we're gone.
Is it after the dragon and all that shit?
Yeah. No, not yet. When after we're gone in heaven, we're still here. The people left here, the only way to get in heaven, you're going to have to die. That's when the Antichrist comes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to die no matter what, because you're probably gonna be bound down to shit.
That's when the Antichrist
comes. I mean, you can't be afraid to not die.
Right.
Yeah, right. So yeah, you're right, dude. You gotta literally be peace about it, and you gotta just believe, dude.
You should rejoice in death.
No, it says repent. All you gotta do is repent and believe.
He's coming down here with his army.
Change your ways, And
then he's taking the devil out, and that's how it's going to go. And then
you gotta pray though. You gotta literally pray.
Right, dude.
Yeah, if you don't pray, then that's.
Be a part-time Christian.
Hey, you can do it once in every 3 fucking months. You know, you just have to do it every day. But if you pray and mean it, you know what I'm saying, and get on your hands and knees, because that's what they. Yeah.
I talk to him all the time.
Right, yeah. I pray for a lot of people, dude. So.
I talk to him all the time. I'm the reason I live this long.
Yeah. He's the best medicine, fool. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But it doesn't matter what you did nowadays, because in the back of the book, that one book, okay, to end this whole subject, to end it, is okay. The Revelations is the last book in the Bible, so that means basically Bible closed. You know what I mean? There's nothing else to happen afterwards.
Revelation means it's yet to come. That's Revelation, the future. And it's gonna happen.
And basically, he picks and chooses who he wants, and he's basically trying to get rid of the whole earth. He's trying to just close the book because he's so irritated at everything that he's done, because everything's going to shit and everybody's not believing.
Remember the first time that happened? He destroyed all the humans.
I don't care what you've done. Forget the commandments, forget the rules, and forget the laws. Just repent, believe in me, and change your fucking ways, dude. You know what I mean? He's telling everybody, change everything you're talking. Like, change your fucking ways. If not, you're gonna burn down there in hell. Which you're gonna burn,
He destroyed humans.
The water. Yeah. That was, but he said he'd never do that again.
I know, but the reason he killed them is because they
They were so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
The morals, they had no morals. They were
Like fucking straight would eat a person bad.
And he found Noah and his wife and sons and their wives.
Cannibal shit.
And they were true believers, you know what I mean? And God told them, and people up there nuts when they were building that big old boat out in the desert, because they never seen rain yet. They never seen rain yet. When the rain came from the sky, that shit, they thought he was nuts building that big old ship.
They've seen rain before, Terry. What the fuck?
They haven't. You read the Bible, bud. They've got to do. This is way before. This is shit. Here, if you go right after Genesis, I can't remember the fucking thing. Anyway, but it's true. Read it in little.
I've read almost the whole book.
They were more on.
The only parts I didn't like to read or didn't really read was the wars.
Did you use your
the wars are just always usually the same political stuff, you know. But the most important parts is the.
Did you use cross-reference in the Bible? You know how you got that little, it tells you how to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, and then did you have concordance?
I've experienced also things in other ways too, you know.
Okay, when you read the Bible, it's important to have concordance because
and studied them in other ways, different ways.
Certain words meant different things, like world is just a period of time. In the Bible, that's all it means is a period of time. And then, you know, the difference between spiritual and carnal. We're carnal.
What do you mean carnal?
We can't get carnal is death. We can't get into heaven like this because these bodies die. So we have to have this new spiritual body that God promises us. So if we don't die first, you know, if we meet him in there, we'll get it then. But this is carnal. This is all carnal. Spiritual is the other realm. If you can see what was going on now, the holy war and the other dimension. The devil, the angels.
I read this book, dude. I forget what it's called, fool. It was bad, though. It was, I forget, but it was about this guy. He was in college or some shit, right? And it's about how they're in like a smart lab, the lab type shit. You know what I mean? Like they're in like certain kind of like science where where your cells, stem cells and shit. They're trying to create stem cells. And one of them has the perfect fucking way to create clones and how these stem cells keep clone like themselves and help basically any kind of disease and shit, right? And help anything. And basically, well, anyways, his partner and him were doing it, but it was his work, and his partner was just helping him, but tries to take credit for it, right? And frames him and shit. He goes to jail and shit and everything. But his partner was like his partner's old lady fucking became like some demon, right? And fucking basically fucking cloned or some shit with like his DNA or something like that. Like the devil basically agreed, hey, I need a baby right now, and if you give me a baby, then I will give you anything you want in the world. You know what I'm saying? And so they had to fuck this demon, right? That was it used to be his old lady, fucking, and they had fucking kids, dude. But those kids were like the Antichrist type shit, dude. But anyways, it was a fucking trip, full. But oh dog, they started cloning humans and shit. But every human that would be cloned would be like a beast or a demon or some shit for their army, dude. And they would clone them to the million. See, they cloned these two kids to the million, dude. Crazy book. But he ended up blowing the whole thing up. But it blew up the factory, the whole lab, right? So he went to jail or prison. He went to prison, you know what I mean? And everybody wouldn't believe him about the fucking demon shit because he's like tripping in his head, you know? The whole next book is him getting out of jail and shit. But it's funny as fuck. Yeah, I've read a lot of books. I like Stephen King books, all.
Yeah, he's a good writer.
Yeah.